Hi, I wanted to talk about something we can do with our kids when we're starting a story that we've never read before. One of the things a reader should be able to do is make predictions. And when you're reading a new story, there are two things they can predict. They can predict the plot and predict words they might hear or read. So when you predict the plot, you can do something called a picture walk. And before you read anything, you can just look through the pictures with your child and have them describe to you what they think is happening in the story. There's no right or wrong, and there's no reason to redirect at this point or intervene. They're just imagining what the story is going to be about. And sometimes it's fun. They might get something right, and as you actually are reading the story, you can say, hey, you predicted that would happen. Or even if it was something different, you could compare that as well. Like, oh, we thought this page was going to be about X or Y, and instead it's about Z. So it's just a good conversation tool, but also good for them to use their minds and the skill of predicting that will service them well as they get into higher level books as well. Even with a chapter book, this would be a good thing to practice with your child. Have them think through what they think the story, how the plot's going to twist or turn, and how they think it's going to end. So the other thing you can predict is words you might hear or see. So if you have a non-reader and you're going to read the story out loud, you could say, what stories or what words do you think we'll see in this book? Or that you'll hear in this book. And he might say, oh, I think dinosaur, right? Because there's a dinosaur there. Or maybe we might see the word bird, or they might say tree or flower, anything they can see visually, they might guess. And you could kind of prod along at this point. You could say, well, maybe we might see the word mud or dirt, or he's getting really dirty. I wonder if we're going to see the word dirty in this book. And so just kind of brainstorm with them as you look through the book, and here you might say, oh, what is he doing in this picture? He's kind of splashing in the mud, he's stamping. So see, when you come to these words as you're reading that out loud, after you've predicted, you can say, oh, hey, we thought he was going to be stamping on this page. Look, stamp, 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 stamp about the street. We saw that word 5 times on that page. So hopefully this gives you some ideas, and you don't have to do this for every single book, but especially when you're pulling out a new book that they've just gotten at the library or you've purchased, that they can use that skill of predicting.